Thank you so much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. So, with that, let's stay in touch. If you haven't connected with us, you can scan this code, and this will connect you to any of the things that we have to offer as far as communication goes. Of course, you know we have a lot of forms of communication, starting out with our Facebook page. With Facebook, we have our Special Olympics Arkansas Facebook page, but we also have our area Facebook pages so you can connect to your area specifically to see what's going on in your area at all times and stay connected that way. We also have our LinkedIn page that you can connect to as well if you have a LinkedIn account, and then as well as our Instagram. You can always connect with through Instagram as well.
So let's talk fundraising for the month of January. Everyone knows SpecialOlympicsArkansas.org will have everything you need. We're back from the holidays, so with that, fundraising events are being scheduled currently, but one fundraiser that is definitely scheduled and we want everyone to be a part of is the Polar Plunge. So if you go to SpecialOlympicsArkansas.org, click on this link right here, that will bring you to the Polar Plunge page. With it, you can see all of the dates for every single plunge that is coming across the state, and you can sign up for the one that's closest to you, or you can sign up for all of them and take the plunge. There's also a super plunge if you're interested there, but all of that information is here. When you click on any of the locations, we will go Reparago for January 31st. It has all of the information as far as the registration time and everything that you need, but you can also set up your fundraising page there. If you're an individual fundraiser or for a team, you can start by getting set up here. You can also see incentives for the plunge. If you raise $50, you get that cool blue t-shirt. If you raise 200 between $250 and $499, you get the t-shirt, the towel, and 3 raffle tickets. And keep in mind, those raffle tickets will enter you to win a cash prize at the end, and also during some of the plunges. So keep that in mind and take a look at the pages and get your plunge page set up.
Next, we have our new registration process and portal. This is for all athletes, partners, coaches, and volunteers. We want everyone to register here. First, we'll talk about just the registration process, and this is new for our athletes. But again, medicals are no longer required. There is a 4-page registration packet, and then each year after, there's a renewal form that needs to be sent in. And I'll show you all how to register and what the portal looks like here. But if you go to SpecialOlympicsArkansas.org, get involved, you can click on any one of these tabs in order to get to the portal. But here you can see the registration portal, also the new athlete registration packet link is there for the 4-pager. The renewal form is there as well, and another access to the portal. So this is just showing you where you can find that information. But with that, we're going to click on the registration portal, and this is what you'll look at. Again, we want everyone, a part of your delegation, to fill in, whether it's a HOD. Again, the HOD is the person oversees the paperwork and make sure everything's accurate. Your athletes, young athletes, unified partners, head coaches, you name it, anyone that is a part of your organization, we want them signed up here. So let's say if I click on head coach, this is just the general information, nothing that you all are unfamiliar with, but that way we can have all of that information as well. But again, with that, keep in mind that your HOD and possibly head coach will have access to this. Once you finish the portal, the HOD will get access, and this is kind of what it looks like. I am going to use Area 1 and Paragon because I know they have quite a bit that they have put in. But here you can see what all of that information looks like. All the way to the left, those random numbers, codes, that's something that we generate for everyone, so don't worry there. But if you go in one at a time through that registration piece, you'll be able to get everybody in there. But once you have access to your sheet, that's something we'll give you. You can go in here and put everyone in there manually, which it'll be a lot faster. So again, this is how we're tracking, but also with this, with the Excel files that we're using for competition, you can utilize your sheet and just copy who's coming to the competition onto that sheet as well as their events, and you're good to go.
So, Unified Champion Schools update for the month of January 2026, challenge number 5, the future is bright. Challenges for this month for Unified Sports. Unified Cheerleading is not only a competition, but can be done recreationally at any competition. This is the best way to bring school spirit. Inclusive youth leadership. Let's create vision boards for 2026. Utilize the worksheet by scanning the code to see examples and ideas on how to do this with your Unified Club members. For whole school engagement, get the entire school involved with setting goals for the new year, but have it be focused on inclusion. Write down these goals and send goals in. These challenges will be shown on the Coaches Post Check. Here in a little bit, you will see December's challenges from some of the schools that participated. But here is a snapshot of the calendar. Really, UCS basketball is taking over this month with competitions in Northwest Arkansas on January 20th, competitions in South Central on the 21st, and then the competition in NWA on the 22nd. You'll also see for UCS coaches and traditional coaches as well that winter games entries are due on the 26th. And then you'll see on January 30th that your unified challenges are due as well. So with that, here are some snapshots from the Unified Champion Schools monthly challenges from December.
Right. So health and fitness this month. Again, we definitely want to get everyone to go and check out the health dashboard that has been posted. This QR code will bring you directly to the dashboard as well, and you can get through it on the website. But just again, anything that you need as a coach from a health and fitness perspective can be found on this dashboard. From Cooking Club to Fit 5 to anything you name, and everything is free. So please take advantage of this opportunity.
Coaches update for this month. One thing I just want to show everyone the website again, SpecialOlympicsArkansas.org. First thing, as far as trainings are coming up, please make sure you keep an eye on the calendar to see if there's any trainings coming up in your area for sports that you will need certification in coming up. But first thing I wanted to show you guys is, of course, the Coaches Corner. Just a reminder here, but you'll click on Get Involved. You'll click on Coaches, and down at the bottom, just for those that haven't seen it in a while, for new coaches that are looking to become certified in the sport. Again, if you are a coach that has been coaching a while, and if you're looking to become certified in a new sport as well, this is where you'll go. You'll just click that down arrow, and then all of the things that you'll need will be right here. And the same thing for those returning coaches. If you're becoming recertified in a sport that you already have been certified in, you'll click that existing coaches portion. And then one thing to keep in mind, the difference here with existing coaches, everything can be done online. So if you're becoming recertified in the sport, all you do is go through these things: the protective behaviors, Class A, complete concussion, unified sports. If you're coaching unified sports, then your recertification is taking one approved continuing education course. And this is good for all of the sports that you're currently certified in. So with those continuing education courses, it can be either of these, any course from NFHS or any certification that you may have, depending on what that certification is. But again, these certifications are just something simple, and we wanted you all to be certified, recertified, but not taking the same sport and learning the same thing every time, but actually doing things to better yourself as a coach. So that's why you'll see some of these things like bullying, hazing, and inappropriate behaviors. That's something that you would help you be a better coach. So you'll see courses like that, but these aren't all of the approved courses, but these are just some that you can take. And keep in mind, one recertification is good for every 3 years. So just looking at this, 3, 6, 9, 12, that's about 12 years right there of being certified. So that's why you see there's not many courses here, but other courses can be approved as well. But with that, I really want to show you all the resources here at the bottom, the Coach's Corner. And this was created for you all as coaches, just so you can have the tools that you'll need. Again, if there's anything that you think you will need as a coach, it should be found on here, or can be found. If there's something that's not on here, if you would like, just shoot us a message and we'll try to get it on there as well. But you'll see a lot of the coaches' resources right here, these sports rules and coaching guides. That'll bring you to any sport that Special Olympics offers. That'll give you coaching guides, the most updated rules on the sport and things of that nature. But those are just some of the tools here. Right here, the coach's post check that you're listening to today. All of the post checks will be embedded here, so you'll be able to come back and look at them at a later date. On the right side, this is an image of any webinars or anything that Special Olympics International is having. You'll see this is an October 14th, 16th webinar, but how can I become a better coach? And this was from professional coaches and things like that, presented by Gallagher. So these are the type of things that you will see in this portion. A few other things: the Coach's Spotlight, the Coach of the Month will be here. We are also looking at more coaches, so please nominate any coaches that you think are going above and beyond to possibly be spotlighted. With Spotlight, we are sending you, of course, a thank you, try to give you some kind of merchandise, just showing our appreciation for everything that you do for those coaches that are spotlighted. A few other things, kind of the sports seasons kind of help you all as a coach to train and see when to train and get prepared for events. We have embedded the calendar, so it's a one-stop shop. These are also virtual trainings, so these are trainings just as refreshers. So if you need to come back and hear what some of our events are, or just things in general, we try to put all of the trainings that we've had in the past here so you all can kind of see. And then also at the bottom right here, coaches want to see, and this is something we definitely want from you all, just to put in, hey, I would like to see on the dashboard, on the coaches post check, or just in my area, and some things that we can better things for you all as coaches.
All right, everyone. So this is our state and regional competition recap segment. A lot of you have reached out about, hey, we see the state events and regional events and what's going on. We only see the words. We want to see what's happening. So we're going to put this segment together, and hopefully you guys can see what's going on and you can have a better chance at being a part of those events.
So let's talk upcoming sport opportunities and events that are coming up. First, we'll start out with a community partnership opportunity with Smash It Sports Special Needs Sports Camp, which is coming up in February. So that is February 26th. This is a free registration. Please feel registered now, as this is open for any athletes within Special Olympics, but also outside of Special Olympics, and space is limited. So if you are interested, I would start registering right now by scanning that QR code. This event will take place February 26th at the Field House in Conway, Arkansas from 4:30 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. There will be some professional softball players that will be in attendance to help with the camp. This is not a Special Olympics event. Please keep that in mind. This is ran by the Smash It Sports. So definitely a great opportunity for our athletes. For any sports events out of state, we don't have any scheduled at the moment, as there are some being prepared. But again, remember, with those that are out of state, this is completely on you as coaches to get your athletes there. These are just opportunities that we want to make you all aware of that are taking place. For regional and state competition opportunities, January 17th, Area 1 is having their regional floorball competition in Paragould, Arkansas. January 20th through the 22nd, UCS District Basketball will take place at Searcy High School, Bryan High School, and Huntsville High School. Please keep in mind, this is only for Unified Champion schools. For February 5th and 6th, Winter Games in Springdale, Arkansas. This includes floorball and pickleball. Entries are due January 22nd. You can find that dashboard on the website, specialolympicsarkansas.org, and you'll find the logo for Winter Games, where that you can then connect to the dashboard and fill out that registration. But those registrations are due January 22nd. March 19th through 20th marks the date of the Tournament of Champions in Benton, Arkansas. Traditional basketball and cheerleading. Cheerleading is traditional and unified. That information is coming out shortly to everyone. And then May 21st through 23rd solidifies the date for Summer Games, which will take place in Searcy. That's track and field, swimming, tennis, bocce, softball, and powerlifting. There is a quota for participation in the following sports: track and field, bocce, and swimming. So we definitely encourage everyone to try to get your athletes to participate in tennis, powerlifting, and softball, just to make sure they have a chance to attend summer games. So please keep that in mind. All of this information can be found on the calendar, specialolympicsarkansas.org. If you click on the calendar, go to the date, you'll find the information for each of these events.
All right, everyone. So this is our Let's Meet segment. In this segment, we're going to meet athletes, coaches, board members, staff, you name it. This will give you a chance to meet those that are part of Special Olympics Arkansas and just get to know them a lot better. So hope you enjoy it.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. This is the Let's Meet segment of the Coaches Post Check. And this month, I have Mr. Sean McCone. Sean, can you introduce yourself and tell everybody where you're from and kind of what's your role on staff with Special Olympics Arkansas?
Hello, my name is Sean McCone. I live in Huntsville, Arkansas, which is up here in the northwest corner of the state. My job is I'm the Northwest Arkansas Regional Program Coordinator. So I get to I oversee areas 2, 3, 4, and 14. And then I get to assist in all the state level stuff. So I handle a lot of the sports and the program side of the northwest corner of the state.
Awesome, awesome. And how long have you been on staff, Sean?
I just came over my 1 year. I started January 1st of 2025. So I just completed my first year.
Awesome. And how was that first year, just learning everything and getting the hang of the organization?
Yeah, it was a lot of learning, but I had a blast. There's so much that we do and we offer our athletes, which is amazing. So those first couple of months of just processing and learning, and then applying. So it was amazing, but it was definitely a learning experience.
Awesome. And can you tell everyone how you first became involved with Special Olympics?
Yes. So my mom was the Area 3 director for my whole life. There's actually a photo somewhere that I'm in my mom's tummy, and we were at an event, and she was doing her area director duties. So I tell everybody that I've been volunteering for 25 years. But my mom was the area director, so that was just part of my life. We always were volunteering and attending events, and my mom was doing a lot of running events. So that's what got me started. When I got in high school, I joined the statewide YAC committee, and that kind of gave me um, a way that I could distance myself from my mom and make my journey my own. And then I went off to college and came back and continued to volunteer. So um, that's kind of my little journey. So.
Awesome, awesome. So, question for you. With all of the roles, you've been a volunteer, you've been in YAC, you've been on staff. What has been your favorite role so far? And you don't have to say staff, but now, what has been your favorite role as being a part of all of those pieces in Special Olympics Arkansas?
My favorite part, my favorite role would be a unified partner. I was lucky enough to be chosen to go to 2 USA games. I went in 2018 and 2022. Played unified softball. Sports are such a big part of my life, and Special Olympics is such a big part of my life too. So with unified, I got to combine those two. I think you build incredible bonds with the athletes when you're on the even playing field, and unified provides that for you. So um, we were we stayed in the same dorm. We ate together. It's just a great bonding experience, and you build friendships that last a lifetime. So I love getting to play, but also getting to experience that with our athletes.
Awesome. So with that, definitely appreciate it, Sean. That's just a quick let's meet with Sean McCone. If anybody ever wants to send him a gift or anything, he loves Dr. Pepper. So just
Yes.
send Dr. Peppers over and he'll love you for days for sure. But no, Sean, we greatly appreciate everything you're doing. You're doing a wonderful job in Northwest Arkansas. If any coaches, anyone needs help in that area, please reach out. Sean at SpecialOlympicsArkansas.org, and you will see more of him at all of the events. So thank you, Sean, and thank you all for watching.
So here's this month's Soar Scoop. Please remember that the Soar Scoop is designed for families, information for them as well as coaches, anyone, just general information that you all may not be aware of, but just also to keep everyone in the loop. These are random facts from coaches' trainings to history, and in fact, this month's Soar Scoop is about the history of Special Olympics. Special Olympics, it all began in the 1950s and early 1960s when Eunice Kennedy Shriver saw how unjustly and unfairly people with intellectual disabilities were treated. She also saw that many children with intellectual disabilities didn't even have a place to play. She decided to take action. In 1962, Eunice Kennedy Shriver opens a summer camp for young people with intellectual disabilities at her home in suburban Washington, D.C. What was then known as Shriver Camp welcomes dozens of young people from local institutions and agencies. Campers range in age from about 6 to 16. In 1965, Eunice Kennedy Shriver calls for a nationwide physical fitness program for people with intellectual disabilities. The plan includes a national tournament of athletic contests starting at the local level. In 1968, the first International Special Olympic Summer Games are held at Soldier Field in Chicago, a joint venture between the Kennedy Foundation and the Chicago Park District. Later that year, Senator Edward Kennedy announces the formation of Special Olympics Incorporated. Special Olympics history in Arkansas. Special Olympics Arkansas began in 1970, just 2 years after Special Olympics Incorporated founder Eunice Kennedy Shriver held the first Special Olympics Games at Soldier Field in Chicago, which was in 1968. Arkansas Games were held at Conway in Conway at Hendrix College. There were approximately 260 athletes in attendance. The following year, games were held in North Little Rock, Arkansas at Old Main. Eunice Kennedy Shriver was in attendance. Since our first games in 1970, Special Olympics Arkansas has grown to 17 areas encompassing all counties in the state. SOAR supports 19,500 adults and children with intellectual disabilities. There are 17 different Olympic-type sports offered and 240 competitions year-round. Some sports include bocce, bowling, floorball, basketball, flag football, softball, golf, athletics, volleyball, and pickleball. Our largest competition event is Summer Games. The event, held in May each year, is host to 2,000 athletes participating in 6 different sports. The Special Olympics Arkansas movement continues to evolve while always remaining focused on paving the way for social inclusion, community.
In ancient Rome, the gladiators went into the arena with these words on their lips: "Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt." Today, all of you young athletes are in the arena. Many of you will win, but even more important, I know you will be brave and bring credit to your parents and to your country. Let us begin the Olympics. Thank you.
All right, so this month's coaches spotlight, we're gonna highlight a coach that has been nominated by other coaches as well as their athletes. But again, if you want to nominate any coach, please go to that Coaches Corner and put in those nominations so we can highlight coaches that are going above and beyond within the program. But with a quick drum roll, this month's coach for January 2026 will be Kelly Harris. Kelly Harris is from Area 7. She has been a Special Olympics coach for 9 years at Brooklyn Junior High and High School. Kelly is originally from Jonesboro. When asked what is her favorite food, she says anything sweet. When asked what is her favorite movie, she says The Grinch, but it has to be the Jim Carrey version. Fun fact about Kelly, she says, I was a die-hard Hanson fan growing up and still like to blast Bop on occasion. When asked what is your favorite SOAR coaching memory, she says there are so many. The one at the top would have to be the first year Brooklyn hosted Special Olympics basketball skills. So many of our staff and students worked to make sure athletes and coaches felt welcome and were celebrated. That event allowed us to expose students to Special Olympics that might not normally be involved. I remember a student stopping me after and saying, Mrs. Harris, there is so much I didn't know about Special Olympics and people with a disability. They are truly amazing. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. I love being able to show people just how amazing these athletes are despite all of the challenges they face. When asked Kelly what is her why, she said, I firmly believe that I am in the position that God created me to be in. I guess you could say I am working in my mission field. I just want people to feel loved no matter what. I want my students to know that I want my students to know they can do anything they set their mind to. A motivating quote from Kelly, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. Thank you, Kelly, and everything you do for that. So that will wrap up the January 2026 Coaches Post Check. I hope everyone is having a good start to the new year. Thank you so much for joining, and we will definitely see you back in February. Have a great month.